Alright guys, we are the final moment, and come to think of it, I just thought of something and I said, let me just show these guys how to do the set and the gate function. That is more like setting the value and gating the value, but you might not want to work with these out of reluctance because someone might change your code out of this. So we're just going to show you for setting, we just say 30 and then you just press enter, and that is it. So this is a setup function. It will set a value within your instance on your behalf. So say, let's say self dot name is equals to what beta here. So now here's what will happen. Alright, let's just do that, and then we'll create another function that is for getter. We just say get, that is a double underscore, then another double underscore, then you just press enter. It will give you the information. So we're gonna say self dot gain name, but for the getter function it's mainly purposed to return a value. So here we're just going to press out enter so that it can indent perfectly for us. And so what is going to happen is whatever way when we call the functions here, our classes instantiated, and when you call this set function, it's going to change our name to Peter. So that is just like enforcing a change to the value that is already in the construct. So we should expect to see Peter here. So what we're gonna be doing here is we're gonna say what we want total, that is our total dot set here, and we're gonna set our value to be very own Peter. In fact, for now, let's put George so that you can see what I need to show you here. So if we run this, we're gonna have an error, and if we press that, that is missing one argument, position argument value. So what it does is when you create a set in this way right here, it is expecting an instance, and this instance is the instance of this class. So what we need to do is just put total here, and we have passed the instance, and we should run this and we should see Peter and not George. And now you see the set actually worked. At that moment it was Glen here, and now the set changed it to Peter when we specified here. And now when we passed George into the set function, we are not saying George, but we're saying Peter, because that is, we are actually statically giving a value to it that is Peter. So what we need to do here is enforce the value here, put the value that we receive from here, and we should be able to see a George, and then George reader. Of course that is not my name. So what we need to do now next is to show you the get, how you call the get. So the get here is only main purpose is to retrieve a value. So let's just wrap it around the print statement. So we can say total our instance dot get, and we can access our get, and do not make the same mistake we did last time. We need to pass our instance here, and then what do we need to get? Total dot name. We need to access our name here. So on top of this, we should see, before we print the full name and the institute, we should see the name George first. So here we go. We see George has been retained and George is MSU. That's how you work with this get and set function. But of course, you can make your own set and get functions without needing to do all these things the initially given by Python, the keywords of Python. But you can make your own, and we'll look at in the further tutorials. Just keep tuned in, your comments, your likings, and we'll take you further within the dream of Python. Like I promised, we say we're gonna look at the simple algorithm before we end, so that we can equip you and make you quite competent to some extent. So this will be the last tutorial of Python, the algorithm section, and we just build on a simple algorithm, and you'll be ready to go to the next level of Python, taking you to the advanced and to the great level. And we'll see more of like the Flask, how you integrate the Flask framework, builds web applications. But for now, hold on, I know you're already needing to do cool stuff like that. Just tune in, follow through with me, and I'll take you through that level you want. And we'll also talk about machine learning in the last of videos, and how we can integrate. Python is very good language and an easy language, and you have started well. Continue with me and I'll take you within the right path. I'll see you in our next lecture.